What is going on, guys? I have a very, very important announcement that I have to make and something that I want to share with you all. Stick around. Yo, what is going on, Amazon sellers, or should I say soon to be FBA millionaires? What is going on? If you are new to the channel, make sure you subscribe, hit the notification button so that you can see all the different content that I post as soon as I post it, and you can get notified about it. All right. And if you are a returning subscriber, or you are coming from the other channel, or wherever the case may be, welcome back. Okay. So in this video, I want to finally announce the FBA Millionaires Amazon FBA course. And I know a lot of people, if you follow me on some of my different social medias, I've been kind of talking about it or hinting at it. I kind of wasn't really going to put it together at first, but I kind of been working on this for a little while. I wanted to kind of perfect it. I wanted to work with a couple of different students and kind of get their reactions on it and see what I needed to implement in order to make a successful course. Because this is not a course that is just hastily thrown together. This has been kind of months of me kind of testing data and going to the different groups that I was a part of when I started, just kind of taking data and compiling it together to see what exactly the pain points are, in terms of running a successful Amazon FBA business. So, after months and months of hard work, I finally got it put together. And the main purpose of this course is to create awareness of what Amazon FBA is. And the reason I say awareness is because people are kind of viewing it as a get rich quick thing. People are viewing it as I'm going to be rich and make six figures in the next month. And that's just not what it is. And also a big problem is that people are taking these courses and they have these mentors that give them the same broad information in the course as they get on YouTube. Now, a lot of you might not know this, but some of you smarter people already know how this works. A lot of us creators, sometimes we give you a broad tidbit of information. And when you buy the course, or if you take us on as a mentor, you will get that broad detail expanded. But I know, me personally, in the course that I took, the same broad information that I received on a YouTube video, I actually received in the course. So I got the same exact information in the course that I paid for, when I could have just watched that person's same video on that same subject and just went about it that way. Also, there's a big problem with mentorship. People think that they could kind of jump into this with no experience, with no guidance, and that's just not the way to do it, because Amazon is a real business, okay? And Amazon is going to hold you accountable for all of your mistakes. So if you make a mistake on your listing that you shouldn't have, or that could have been avoided, you could find yourself getting sued, and you can lose your listing and just lose everything that you have messing around with something that you don't understand. So I think that mentorship is extremely important in terms of running any successful business, which is why I decided to include an unlimited mentorship for the first couple people that's going to enroll into the course. Kind of just because I had to be able to give everybody specialized attention. And the reason that I'm bringing that point up is because I know that I was promised mentorship in the course that I took, and whenever I would reach out to my mentor, I say, hey, I have this problem, or hey, can you look at this product for me? He would just say, I would get like one word answers. So he'll say, yeah, and then I would send them the product to look at, and I wouldn't hear from him for weeks. So that kind of led me to believe, like, hey, is this guy taking my product and maybe he's doing the product himself, or is he just ignoring me? I didn't know. And personally, I don't believe that that's the way that mentorship should go. I mean, I was in the military 8 years. I've trained hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of airmen, and I know what mentorship is because I've had to take on people out in the field, and I've had to lead them to success in order to get them back to their families safely, and they had to rely on me. And I still kind of have that same mentality when it comes to business. So if you become a student of mine, you have a lifetime mentorship, so that even if you don't want to talk about Amazon, even if you want to talk about something else, about in terms of entrepreneurship, we can talk about that. I'm always down to have conversations with people in order to kind of pick their brains, and so that they can pick my brains, and so that we can have an idea of what it means to be successful. And that's what I want for you guys with this course. That's the purpose of creating this course, is to have as many successful Amazon sellers as possible, as opposed to the dozens and dozens and dozens of uneducated Amazon sellers that I keep running into, because people are taking on these mentors that are really not mentoring them. Once they get paid that money, then they're gone. Which I don't believe in that philosophy, because if I mentor you now, you may be able to help me out later in some way, shape, or form. Maybe not financial. Maybe there might be something that I can hire you to do for me that you might be good at. And if I was a terrible mentor to you, then you won't want to work with me, So I kind of put a lot of thought into all this stuff. I know I'm kind of going on a rant right now, but I kind of wanted to get my thoughts out on, as far as the purpose of the course and what my mindset is in terms of what went into the course and what is the overall goal of the course. And the thing is, I wanted to also kind of answer a bunch of questions that I got and kind of get you guys also in the right mindset. So the number one question would be, why are you making the course? You're doing whatever numbers on Amazon. Why would you need to make a course? And why would you want to share the information with people? And my answer to that, and I think I said it in another video before, if you have to question why people are trying to have different income sources, then you are not ready to become an entrepreneur yourself. And the reason I say that is because you are still living that sheep lifestyle. So you're saying, okay, well, if I have a job, why would I want to go and get another job somewhere else and make, and have two income streams? Why would I do that? If that's your line of thinking, you won't be successful in Amazon, because the purpose of Amazon is to build a foundation so that you can branch out into other avenues of business. So let's say you are successful in Amazon, maybe you would want to reinvest that money into real estate. If all you do your entire life is Amazon, and that's your only source of income, what happens if Amazon were to shut down in 50 years, and your income gets shut off? Then what? So you have to have the right mindset, and I go over that in my course about your mindset. And having the right mindset is really the only way that you're going to succeed in this business. And obviously another question was, am I going to actually get you as a personal mentor for life? Like, are you just going to disappear? I'm like, no, I'm not going to make you an empty promise. I've been helping a lot of people out anyway, but this is just taking it to the next level. So really, even if you've already taken a course, my course will actually benefit you as well, because I can pretty much guarantee that no one that's watching this video is actually getting any type of mentorship from the person that they bought the course from. I almost pretty much guarantee it. There's only maybe, I can honestly say, it's maybe one or two people who might actually be mentoring the people that have taken a course from them. But I'm actually going to be kind of holding you guys' hand and explaining to you how you can create a 6-figure business selling on Amazon. All right. So what I'm going to do now, I'm just kind of want to go over some of the different things that I did put into the course. Now, obviously on my page here, this is the page that you'll get directed to once you click on the link. I want you guys to actually thoroughly read every single thing that I put here on this page, because it's extremely important. I didn't just slap together some stuff that I saw just to kind of make it seem cool. I actually put together some extremely well thought out statistics and some things that you need to understand in order to, really put yourself in the correct state of mind. Okay. So, it's just a bunch of information that I want you guys to read, a bunch of statistics that I want you to read. I want you to read every single thing on this page. So we're going to go down here. So I kind of wanted to go over some of the curriculum that I put here into the course. But number one, in the introduction module of the course, I basically am getting you guys prepped, right? I'm getting you prepped and primed and gassed up and ready to be successful. I mean, because if you come into this thinking that you're gonna get rich tomorrow, or if you come into this thinking that I'm gonna hit $1 million this year, or crazy things like that, you are going to fail. I kind of explained to you how we are able to take a big goal, such as having $1 million business, and breaking it down into smaller chunks, because breaking it down into smaller chunks makes that goal much more achievable, as opposed to looking at the whole pie and saying I want $1 million. Okay, so besides going into the right mindset that I want you guys to have, I also kind of explain the different types of Amazon sellers. We go over specifically what private labeling is. I show you guys step by step over the shoulder how to create your Amazon seller account. And then we also kind of talk about the role that you have as an Amazon seller and what your responsibilities are. And we also talk about LLCs and things of that nature. Now, also notice that you will see these different files here. These are PDF documents that I put together. I noticed that some people like to have things that they can read. So a lot of the times what I did was I wrote out information in print form in order for you to be able to download it. You can look at it while you're on your phone or whatever the case may be, in order to kind of help give yourself a better understanding of what it is that I talked about in each individual video. Now, not every single video is going to have a PDF file, but I think that the most relevant videos will have an accompanying PDF file. Okay, and we also go over the taxes. So your taxes are going to be a little bit different in terms of where you live at, but what I do here is kind of show you how you can automatically set up Amazon and kind of have them do it for you, and they can actually take your taxes out of each individual sale for you every time you make a sale, straight from Amazon Seller Central, which there are very few videos about that. So I decided that that would be necessary, because I know a lot of people have questions about your taxes for your individual states. And so after we get through the introduction, then we have module 1, which is product research. And that in this module, we're going to go over the Amazon fees. And this is a very important video, because this is actually going to make or break your business, and is actually going to determine whether you're profitable, or if you're breaking even, or even if you are going to just stay in the financial red for an indefinite future. Okay, so keep that in mind, that Amazon fees, there's a lot more to it than people talk about. There's a bunch of different things. There are fees that will stay the same no matter what you do, and then there are fees that are going to change depending on whether or not you're creating a coupon or not. But we go over everything in that specific video. And then obviously everyone's favorite thing, we get to talking about your product research criteria. I give you 4 or 5 different ways to find a profitable product. These are ways that I have used personally to find products that have making me anywhere from $5,000 to $10,000 a month. And I'm showing you guys ways on how we can steal our competitors' products and use them for ourselves and get some of those sales as well. And then obviously We have the keywords. Keywords are important, so we understand keywords. I go in depth in understanding how keywords play a significant role in whether or not anybody's going to see your product in the first place on Amazon. Then we kind of go into some of the general stuff that you may already be aware of, but for a new seller is really going to need to kind of go through every single thing that's in here, such as checking to see if your product is patented, how to determine your seasonal products, tracking products, more on Amazon fees. And then another good thing that is actually beneficial for new sellers and old sellers alike is what does a good product look like and what does a bad product look like. So what I'm going to do in this video is show you guys an example of a home run product that is extremely profitable, and then I'm going to show you a bad product, and I'm going to show you the reason why it's bad, and we're going to kind of break down and dissect both the good and the bad products. And then I'm going to explain how you can find more products like this good product that I'm going to show you here in this video. Next we go into the gated and restricted categories. We talk about what those are in terms of what it is in 2018, and then I show you how to get ungated into those categories, and that's going to be an extremely beneficial video for new sellers and old sellers alike, because remember, the more barriers to entry, the more profitable your business will be. Okay, so always keep that in mind. Don't just try to sell products that are easy to get into. The products that are hard to get into, that's where the real money is. So next, in module 2, we're going to go into contacting suppliers and shipping. We go over basic Alibaba information. I give you some documents and some PDFs on finding your suppliers and how exactly to approach this. I give you guys a template that I use personally, which is kind of a spin on the traditional way to contact suppliers. We talk about that, and we kind of go into shipping and understanding that, and kind of how we can actually calculate what our shipping is going to be before we actually even get in touch with the supplier. Now, these next couple of sections are going to be pretty important for anybody, because I'm sure that everyone has heard different things on UPC codes and understanding your profit margins. Your UPC codes this is going to be extremely informative for you guys. I'm going to break down sea versus air shipping. I'm going to discuss your UPC and FNS SKU and what the difference is and which ones you need, and in what situations exactly would you use both of those, because there will be times that you will send Amazon your product with your UPC code on it, and then there's other times where you would send Amazon your product with the FNS SKU on it. Those are they're two very important different things, and for some reason people keep getting it mixed up, and you don't even want to hear some of the things that I've heard people quote that they heard about UPC and FNS SKU. It's crazy. So then we go talk about DH Gates. Then I also show you guys some of the USA suppliers that I personally have used to get my product from the warehouse to Amazon in about 2 or 3 days. I'm going to actually show you my personal website that I went to and where I'm actually sourcing my product from currently for a couple of my products. Then everyone's favorite part, listing creation and shipping plan, module 3. We go over the custom logo and packaging, where you can get that done. In this section there's going to be a bunch of PDFs, a bunch of downloadable documents that we go over. We're going to dissect other people's listings and images, and I'm going to once again show you a good listing versus a bad listing, and we're going to talk about every single detail and aspect of that. The same thing, we're going to go into titles, setting up a listing in Seller Central. I'm going to give you guys some documentation on that. This is going to be really important. This is going to be where a lot of people is going to make a mistake. So this is a little bit of a longer module here. So this is one of those situations where the mentorship will come in. This is a situation where you will probably get stuck, and then I want you to reach out to me so that I can continue to walk you through it if you don't understand necessarily what I'm saying in the video. So you're kind of seeing the correlation here between the mentorship and the course. I can't give you the course and expect you to be successful with just the course alone. I need to be there in order to walk you through some of these things, because some of these terms and some of these documents can be confusing to new sellers. All right, so it's a bunch of stuff here, shipping and labeling and shipping, and facts about inventory. This is a huge module, and you really have to be careful. You might have to watch everything once or twice in order to get it. And then next we go into product launch, how to maximize sales. We go over PPC, kickstarting your sales, Amazon sponsor that, which is going to be just more on PPC. And then we have the bonus material, and here in the bonus material I'm going to kind of give you some things that is not necessarily needed, but these are things that will actually help increase your revenue in your business, such as Facebook ads, Instagram influencers, how to differentiate your product, your perfect hijacker cease and desist letter, and things of that nature. But yeah, guys, this is the video. I put a lot of work into it, but like I said, this course is not worth anything, just like I feel that any course is not worth anything if you can't get mentorship from the person that created it. No matter what course you take, affiliate marketing, Shopify, if you can't have someone that you can get in contact with that can help you along and understand the information that's in the course, then pretty much the course is worthless. All right, so yeah, so the course is going to be $597 for now. And you know, the price is probably going to go up, but I'm not going to say that it's going to go up to $1,000, but the price might go up depending on, you know, if I sit there and I'm like, okay, well, so many people are getting in, eventually I don't want to necessarily close the course, but I will have to kind of slow it down some, so the course price probably will end up going up, so that I'm just really just getting more and more serious people, because you get to a point where you have a bunch of people applying to a course, you know, for free, for the unlimited mentorship, but I don't want to work with people that are not serious about, you know, Amazon. If you're not serious, don't even purchase a course, because I'm not after everybody's money. I really want to work with serious people. And if you're just going to, you know, purchase a course and then say, well, I want you to do everything for me, I want you to find my products and things of that nature, you're not going to be successful. So hopefully that makes sense, that I really just want to work with successful people. And if I start to get a bunch of people that's just, you know, wasting their time and my time, then I'll just raise the price to only have serious people. Okay, and I also have a payment plan where you can pay half now, half later, and either way it goes, you will get unlimited access to the course. You automatically get access to me and my personal mentorship. You get access to everything that's downloadable in the course and all the videos, even with the payment plan. So you would pay the half and you immediately get full access. And also, obviously, if you're not happy with the course, we have the refund policy. I'm actually going to tell you guys what the refund policy is, because for some reason people don't explain their refund policy. Basically, I can see what everyone does in the course, and this is kind of set up that way so that I can actually help guide you and tell you, hey, have you watched, you know, X, Y, and Z video yet? That might help you and help us reach a resolution to whatever your issue is. So as long as you've only watched 30% or less of the videos that I have in the course, then you can get a full refund with no questions asked. All right, so kind of keep that in mind. But if you go over the 30%, then you won't be entitled to a refund, because basically at that point, you know, you have watched a fair bit of the course, and it kind of seems like I don't know if you were recording or whatever the case may be. Some people try to do tricky stuff, so we kind of got to set a limit to how often and how soon we can actually refund people. But hey, for the main part of it, I don't see why anyone would want a refund, because this is probably one of the first times in history that someone is actually offering a lifetime mentorship. But everybody's different. But yeah, hopefully you guys kind of found some value in this video. Even if you don't purchase a course, that's fine. I have a bunch of free videos and free information on my YouTube page, and I'm gonna continue to do that. And I also have other streams of income that I'm going to be talking about in the course. You might have seen one of my videos on the ATM business. I mean, there's a lot of different avenues that we can go, and there are a lot of different things that I've been doing. But like I said, you have to find a base. You have to find a base source of income, and then you expand and branch out from there. My personal recommendation is that you start from Amazon, okay? Because it's a very lucrative business, and you can gain a huge amount of capital fast if you are picking the correct products. All right, and then we can expand into other avenues like real estate and all these other things. Okay. But like I said before, if you haven't already subscribed to the channel, make sure you do so. Hit the notification bell so that the next time I make a video, you guys will be notified about it. And I'm going to leave a link in the description for the course. So anybody wants to pick it up, make sure you do so. Make sure you reach out to me once you do so we can discuss what it is that you plan on doing with yourself in terms of your Amazon business. But with that all being said, I will talk to you guys in the next video.